Good morning, travelers, and welcome to the stream. My name is Newly Traveler. We are here to finish up Final Fantasy this week. It's finals week for Clive, and we are going to be wrapping it up very, very soon. So I'm super excited to be here. We are at the end game. Thank you so much for the follow. We are here for the end game, so without any further ado, let's get into it. I don't know if we'll finish today, but I'm planning on doing Final Fantasy today, tomorrow, and Wednesday if need be, so we can finish up this bad boy. So anyways, welcome in everyone, and let's get this party started. I hope everyone's having a good morning. Bocage, how are you doing this morning? Thank you for the follow once again. The Campfire Network, thank you so much for being here. I appreciate that. Real quick. If you're from the Campfire Network, then that must mean you are a streamer too, most likely. Borderlands 3, oh my gosh, what a flashback. I love Borderlands. I love the series. I think I've sunk hundreds upon hundreds, if not 1,000 hours into that series. Between all the games. So I have to ask though, which one's your favorite?
Still alive, I see. Something tells me that eyesore on the horizon is your doing. How'd you manage that?
It's a long story. One that I'd rather only tell once.
Right. All hands on deck then.
I think 2 is by far the most popular choice. But I do love 1. I do love 2. 3 I still like. But I think after 2 it's just not quite. And I do love I secretly love Tiny Tina's Wonderlands. King of Carnage, welcome, and thank you so much for being here. It's finals week for Clive.
Skies was summoned by Ultima.
How you doing today, Carnage?
He called it Origin. Though the significance of that name is as yet unclear.
I'm excited. I'm doing good.
What it's called?
It's a brand new week. We're gonna finish Final Fantasy XVI finally.
Asunder, and wiped my homeland from the map.
So it's a good week.
Mention of the Dominion spires can be found in the oldest of Valisthian records. But to the best of my knowledge, none provide any hint as to their true nature.
Well, thank you for just waking up and being here. And I would have to say, out of all of them, the pre-sequel is probably my least favorite. I also thoroughly enjoyed Tales of the Wonderland, or Tales of the Borderlands. Really good.
Canberra is in flames, and the Empire.
Our allies are
But they
crying
all
out for
have a
answers.
special place
I've
for me.
sent the curse breakers to give them what assurances we can, but right now that amounts to fuck all.
They wouldn't be able to stop what the skies have started in any case. People here and across the realm grow sicker with every passing day.
Could it be that this new mother crystal is like the others? That it draws upon the land's ether? It certainly looked that way.
Welcome in, Fat. How you doing?
If that were true, it would explain the hastening spread of the blight since the crystal's appearance. Would it not?
You ready? You ready, Fat, for finals week?
To the surface, it pools, corrupting all who cannot channel its energies.
They have a nasty feeling, though.
Arcade above,
Before the
ether floods
final
below,
quest,
and
I'm just gonna get
middle
slammed with a lot more
in
side
anguish,
quests.
hopelessly entrapped.
It's all right.
I am doing great. I can't
Refaced
complain.
Stone here. Ultima told us
And-
his true power quickens.
Yeah,
in the halls of
Amara,
origin.
I don't know, compared to the other sirens you're able to play in the previous Borderlands,
We cannot
Amara
allow that
hits
to
differently,
continue.
and it just
If
wasn't
we
for
are
me.
to stop him, we will have to find a way into the crystal.
How are we going to manage that then? It's up in
Thank
the
you so
sky.
much for the lyric, Mello. I appreciate you.
And fast as she is,
I hope you have a great
Enterprise
day at
can't
work.
fly.
We should make the Enterprise fly. Make it fly. Want an airship in this game
It's
so
a lot
bad,
to
Fat.
take in, and I reckon we'd all benefit from some time to clear our heads. The answer will come to us.
So I don't know if you
worry.
noticed last stream, Fat.
Ain't that
My
right,
mic
Clive?
was the biggest problem child, so
Right.
if it just randomly cuts out,
right.
please let me know, and I'll get it taken care of
Well,
right
go
away.
on, then. Bugger off. Same goes for you, Clive. You won't solve anything like this. Trust me. Go and get some fresh air, eh?
Clive, you got the brawn, but you're dumb as dirt.
Thank you.
Just kidding. We all love Clive. But we like Jill better. I got you. I got you. The fact that you were actually going to save up for 10,000 channel points was amazing. And I feel like you were getting
Ultimately
close.
have created us, but he doesn't make us who
So
we
thank you
are.
for supporting.
Only we can do that. And if he would have us fight for our survival,
Are you talking about
So be it.
Clive?
it's what we've been doing all along.
What was your D&D character? I just had a
Ultima himself, it would seem.
5-hour session yesterday
His
with my
new
friends.
world being naught but a means to survive. And so, we must contend to decide which of us shall inherit the land. Should Ultima prevail, it will mean death for us all. Of that, we can be
Very
certain.
nice. I'm currently rocking a Drake Warden,
Should he fail,
one of the newer
what world
variations of
awaits us?
kind of a beast tamer.
Withered, godless place, where our newfound freedom will most like prove a chain in itself.
Well, that may be. But a chain can always be broken. As long as one has the will to break it, it won't be easy. It may take generations, centuries of suffering. And that is
Ooh.
if everyone plays their part.
Modified Drake Warden. What do you mean by
But it
modified
will
Drake Warden?
happen. And when it does,
What are you
on
modifying?
our terms, that is the world that awaits us.
Drake Wardens are so much fun.
Indeed.
Got a little baby dragon.
And what better world could one wish for?
Mine's currently a medium size. It hasn't fully grown yet. Only level 9 in our campaign.
But
Our
first,
DM's being very,
we have to reach that crystal.
I wouldn't say stingy, but
Then it's a good thing.
we've been playing for
I
2
have
years.
wings.
And only level 9.
You can barely stand, let alone fly. And only the Founder knows what horrors await in those skies. You certain about this?
Did these
Am I
guys not
certain?
watch the Avengers?
I am the
We got
Phoenix.
this.
I will do what I must. This is our fight. Remember.
RP James, welcome, man. How are you doing this morning, man?
All right.
Drake
But
type
only
is...
what you
Okay.
must. Yes. I'm still your sworn shield.
That you are. And what of my wings?
Not that Drake. I mean, Drake's alright, but not that Drake.
Lest you forget.
Talking about like an
we're
actual
going to
Drake.
stand against a god.
And actually, so like,
I
Fat,
would
like
not
your
have you
little
succumb to
subscription thing
fatigue
with the dragon egg,
before the
it's
fight
based off of my
begins.
Drake dragon.
Ifrit, your brother mentioned that some few of the dominants who had lost their power to you were still able to prime. Is that true?
It is.
Okay, that's interesting because currently, well, I'll just say
Dark
this:
Icons
if
no
you're fine
longer
with me explaining how
submitted to
my
their
Drake
will.
works in my campaign, I'll explain that to you. But if not, if you don't want to know how my Drake
Then
works, then
mine will have
I'll
to
let
be
it lie.
stronger. That you both might save your strength for the battle to come. You don't have to do this.
If you do, there's a chance you might lose all you have left.
And what have I but regret? My life ended in the Dominion. I fear death no more.
Besides, I would have words with Ultima. He has much to answer for.
We are in
Thanks for that, Pat.
Dion.
Is the man. It's Dion.
We can speak of debts.
Your
when this
character is a
over.
guardian of a forest grove. Was a druid, but I didn't like how the druid played, so my DM let me change to a ranger. You know, I actually kind of like that because having a ranger as a guardian of a forest grove is a lot more of a compelling story to me. I like that a lot.
He speaks like a man who knows he's not coming back. And has come to terms with that.
That doesn't mean that we have to, does it, Clive?
Time to talk to Jill.
His name is Steve, and he's
Only
very
she
simple.
understands.
Well, my Drake's name is Rowan, or unless you're talking about your character. So my character's name is Cresswell,
There's something about it.
and my Drake's name is Rowan. And he, basically the rules with him is I can summon him as any elemental type that I want. And if he dies, I have to take a short rest, and then I can resummon him. But whatever elemental type I summon him as, I can't change it until he dies again, or until I take like a long rest. But whichever elemental I choose, I have a bow that matches that. So if I choose a fire one, then I get fire arrows, or if I choose an ice one, then I get ice arrows. So I love it. It's fun.
Come to wish on a star.
Your USB controller didn't work.
That might not be such a bad idea.
I don't know what happened last stream, but my mic
Did
just
it
kept
help
going
you?
in and out, in and out. It was awful. It was absolutely awful.
You know what I have to do. Why I have to do it.
Oh yeah, James, what are you doing today?
There's no turning back now. This is where our journey was leading us. Where it will end, for better or worse.
Oh my gosh, it's the real
I could
Bat
go to
God.
Matthew
I
for
am
you.
so excited. Welcome in. Welcome
You'll
in.
be
How are you
alright,
doing today?
won't you, Clive?
And Princess Mayhem, thank you all so much for being here. I appreciate
You
you.
always are.
I did promise we'd watch the moon together.
I'll be waiting.
Thank you for coming from KDT. Thank you all so much. Another amazing person from KDT, RP James 3. Go check him out. He's having his subathon for his birthday
Make sure I
tomorrow.
haven't forgotten anything.
So go check him out. Show him some love. I am doing good. We are actually at the end game. Oh, this is what I was afraid of. That is what I was afraid of. Look at all those side quests. We are at the end game of Final Fantasy, so I'm going to be dedicating Monday, Tuesday, and if need be Wednesday to finishing this game up. Because it's going to happen. So I am doing good. You're still going to redeem it even though I gave it to you? Okay, that's fine. You do you. You do you, man. See, this is what I was afraid of. Right before the final main story. All these motherfuckers. So many. So many. Yup. There you go, bud. You can spend them on other channel point redemptions. Yeah, that's what I meant. Hey, thank you so much for the follow. I appreciate you. Hey, dude, I feel like you were getting super close, so.
What is it this time, Torgal?
So thank you for coming in and supporting the stream. Appreciate you. We're not gonna we're just gonna do all of these. So I might have lied, Fat. We might not actually finish the game today, but like I said, Tuesday, Wednesday I've dedicated to this as well. So it's gonna happen. And chat, there is gonna be an incoming ad break in about 50 seconds. I do apologize. But what I'll be doing during this ad break is I'll just be picking up side quests. We won't miss anything super cool. So, I appreciate all of you being here, fellow travelers. I want the upgraded weapon. Not the ultimate weapon, because I can't get that till new gameplay. Torgal. Such a good boy.
What is it? What do you see out there?
Yeah, before Final Fantasy VII Remake.
Of yours.
From Sid, that's why. On the day he brought him home.
That long ago.
And you're only thinking to ask this now? Sid saw that the pup had a habit of gnawing on his leg, since you asked.
Sad popper.
Clap that there iron on him to keep him from doing it.
What was wrong, boy?
I'll take like as not. Must have been hard on the poor whelp losing his loving masters at such a young age. Doubly hard in being a frost wolf, torn away from his icons and all. Sid would always tell him, you want that iron gone, you find what it is you're looking for.
Dad, you made it, Dad. You do love me, Dad. Thank you for coming into the stream.
Sorry for making you wait so long.
Makes up for all the baseball games you couldn't attend. No, just kidding, just kidding. Thanks for being here, Dad. I appreciate you.
Doesn't sound like he wants it off.
Indeed.
Take it off.
You miss it as much as the rest of us, don't you? You want me to go with you somewhere?
Quick, aren't you? Glad you've been paying attention.
Not nearly as much as you have, Lady Karen.
Aye, good thing and all. It's not like Gav would have kept him in nuts and rubbed his belly these past 10 summers.
Your kindness is
I
appreciated.
held off on getting an FF16 shirt.
You've been a good friend to him.
Only because he doesn't talk back like the rest of you. Go on now.
Where to then, Torgal?
What do you think happened to Miss...
Sid, you have to help us.
Ah, it's T-Beans.
You didn't take apart another of Mid's contraptions, did you?
No. Well, yes. But that's not what we want to talk to you about.
It's Miss Mididol. She's been acting strange. Very strange. She's barely ever around.
When she is, she acts like we aren't even there. Her head's in a crowd.
In the clouds.
That's what I said. In the clouds.
Oh my gosh, all the twerking. And Dad, I know I said we wouldn't talk about those baseball games anymore. I was on that mound.
Right after she got back
The
from
bases were loaded, I just needed one more strikeout. I looked up to you for inspiration and you weren't there. We lost the game. I biffed.
Break it, did you, Sid? You really should be more careful around Miss Mididol's inventions.
I'm making up a whole backstory now.
Don't listen to her. Even
We
if
are
you did
working, my gosh. T-Beans, welcome in.
together, couldn't you?
But who's gonna put Miss Mididol back together? She's
I've on a Monday.
Why don't I go and see if I can cheer her up?
You do that? For us? She's in her dungeon.
The good news is I'm back in your life and I brought the milk back. I told you not to call Mom the milk. Besides, I only drink almond milk.
Mid, if you have a...
That's it! I knew it! The answer was right here under my arse all along! If this doesn't steer to the skies, nothing will.
To the skies?
It's just funny how, as you get older, they're like, my body really can't handle what I used to like.
Seem to think you're avoiding them. They're worried about you. Is this really so important that you need to shut yourself away from everyone?
The Enterprise is already the fastest ship in the
That
realm.
would be
and that's
a
with the sea beneath her.
semi-difficult
What if she weren't
position.
bound to the waves? What if she weren't bound
T-beans.
to anything at all? It's not fair. The gods get the skies all to themselves, so I'm gonna do something about it.
That sounds so late.
But they relied too much on magic. And see where that got him?
We can all agree that mid
I've
is
discovered how to do
anything
it
but
without.
mid.
Well, almost. First, I need to make a prototype.
Dude, I love hemp. It's just unfortunate that so many people mix up what hemp is. It's like, no, it's not. Not
If
weed.
the Godfather's offering to lend a hand, I'd be happy to take it. First, I'll need oil. And not just
Game's
some old
going.
drippings
I
from
am
Miss
loving
Molly's
it.
spits
Of
in the
course,
Double
we're
Crown.
finishing it this
Refined
week,
stuff,
T-beans.
like they make in Ordil. Then I'll need some bone or shell. Light, strong, preferably no longer attached to the
Yes,
beast it
you
belongs to.
saw your favorite son, Dad. He's in here. I think he's prepping for his stream right now.
No, they'll know where you
He
might
never
find some.
answered what he's
You're the
streaming.
one who offered
though.
to help, remember?
Would it be Sea of
I should
Stars?
speak with one of the curse breakers before I set off for Old Hill. See if I can't find this bone.
So many. So many.
Has Midadol mentioned a new project yet?
Wait, is it below me? Might have to go back down.
Miss Shirley says your books made quite an impression on the children.
This is why Clive would be in Gryffindor. No intellect. But he's brave. Give him that. Mid is a force, yep. She's great. What the heck? Where the heckin' is this quest? Wait, what? I thought I just checked up. Is it literally this guy? But he doesn't have anything?
Certainly don't bode well. But just think of all the secrets it must hold. Here, if you're planning on going up there, you could bring a bit back for me, could you?
So, did you restart playing at number 1 with the Fables? Aren't they still doing the remaster? Litany of Errors. Give me 1 sec. It's so good. That's such a throwback. I'm just trying to even remember. This makes no sense. You're on the like frickin' roof? There it is though. Son of a gun. Oh, there we go. Okay, I figured it out, chat. Just ignore me. We'll blame it on Clive. We've actually never gone up this way until the end of the game, so here we are.
I will not let them be forgotten. Sid, may I have a moment?
I'm the best? Oh.
It is an honor to finally speak with you. My name is Herman. I've been with the Curse Breakers for some time now, and I wish to be deployed to Ash. Any assignment will do.
Weird deployment.
The lands across the Narrow are too dangerous. I will not send good men and women to risk their lives needlessly. Why would you want to go back?
I need to retrieve something. Something important. I was raised in an orphanage. The Badbach Conservatory.
At first I was like, the Bad Batch?
I was
That's a horrible name for an orphanage.
It was not a place of nurture. It existed solely to turn bearer children into mindless weapons. We were tortured.
Oh my gosh.
feared no
Welcome in, Murder Elf. How are you doing today?
Until
I appreciate
our
you.
hearts turned to stone, and few ever survived long enough to become tools of the last king.
I can't imagine.
We are wrapping up Final Fantasy this week. How you doing, man? Oh my gosh! Dad!
They cannot fade away. Faces unforgotten. The Institute is run with military precision. Every child measured. Every name recorded.
Dad, thank you so much for paying me my allowance. I appreciate you. I promise not to spend it all in one place. I'm just gonna keep this up, man.
And recover the registry, so that my brothers and sisters might live on.
Dude, T-Beans, that would be such a cool name for like an animal rescue. The bed. But like make it all like badass. Like dress up the animals, make them all like cute, Star Wars thing. I think that's a great idea. Thanks. He is pretty cool. You should all go check him out. He is awesome.
You were a good friend, Herman.
You just met him.
Ash is simply too dangerous.
Sid, please. Even should it cost me my life.
Too dangerous for you, Herman. But not for me. I'll go to Bad Bach and find the registry.
You will?
Let's go to Bad Batch.
I won't let you risk your life.
I don't know how to thank you.
You can start by telling me where I'll find this orphanage.
Vida Grace.
Also, I love how like literally the world is about to end, and I'm like, nah, I can put that on.
All right.
So I imagine Ultima's just waiting at the top of the thing, like,
Mothers guide you.
where is he? Where is he? It's okay. We punched God last episode. It was fun. It was a vibe. Just punched him right in the face. And we'll punch him some more. Dear Lord. I think I just need to pick up 4 more. You've been killing it lately, Dad. I'm proud of you. Oh no. Don't tell me.
Fancy a look at the list, do you?
I'm a little afraid to look at the list.
Here you go.
1, 2, 3.
Seen enough?
Okay. 7 more. I think I will for sure hit level 50 if I do all of these side
I was
quests.
wondering if you could help me.
It depends what with.
A bearer, but recently freed from his bonds, is keen to join the Curse Breakers. As you know, the work we do is not easy.
Yeah, I
which is
think
why we test
Murder Elf,
every volunteer's
with your time
suitability.
zone and
I was
when
hoping you could
Dad
oversee this one's
streams, it
evaluation.
might actually work
don't
for
mind,
you.
but
He streams
this one?
pretty darn early.
Because he wants to be a scout. Our ranks are filled with men and women capable of breaking chains and putting slavers to the sword.
Wait,
But
I have a
scouts,
sister?
there's a few with the nose for that, which is why we still rely so heavily on Gav. And since he accompanies you on so many of your missions, I thought you might be better placed to recognize the traits in him that we should look for in those who'd fill his boots.
Sounds reasonable.
So you happy to oversee the boys' test then?
One can never have too many scouts.
Truer words, Sid.
Thanks.
I'll let the initiate know that you'll be attending his trial, and that he is to proceed directly to Northreach in readiness.
No time like the present, eh?
No time like the present. I'll await you there.
Sister and counting, RP James and 3 brothers.
I don't suppose they could have chosen somewhere closer.
Oh snap. Well, I guess, now that I'm in my 30s, I should probably move out of the house, Dad.
Sid, do you have a moment?
By all means.
It's my old master. Seems there's no escaping her. She found some way to send me a letter. And something else. Records from a Waluda prison.
Seems they were keeping a lot of bearers there.
How did she come by such a thing?
Basement's still the
Finding
main
bearers
cave.
always was her strong point. And it seems the cells of Balmung Dark are full of them.
Actually,
Foreign captives,
fun story.
masterless, bearers
I
no one
basically
would miss.
graduated from
And even
college.
better for her.
My parents were like, "You're
Bearers
good,
with no
right?
one to look
Bye."
after them.
It's like, what?
When ether started lapping at the walls, the jailers fled.
Leaving the bearers to be liberated by whoever happened to come along next.
Sid,
Thank you so
I'd
much,
like to
Mello. I
believe that I've
appreciate
earned your
you.
trust by
Thanks for
now.
coming in.
And while I'm well aware that you've forbidden Cursebreakers from traveling to Waloed,
I think they helped me
can't let
do
those
like the
bearers die in their
first
cells.
month rent payment,
I'd
and
rather
then we're
risk
like,
shipwreck on the Shadow
peace.
Coast than leave them to starve.
No, it was definitely a good growing experience. Yeah, screw my dad. I definitely rocked a air mattress for quite some time.
We'll
and to
be
put
leaving
this into
Enterprise if we're going to
perspective,
navigate the Narrow.
I was in Los
Does that
Angeles at the
mean-
time.
I'm making an exception, but we travel together.
So I don't know if you know
We
that.
stay no
Shit's
longer than we have
expensive
to.
there.
Ash is an inhospitable place at the best of times. We save as many as we can, and we leave.
Thank you,
Ooh,
Sid.
yeah.
There was a name in the prison register. A name from my past. Chadwick.
Nah, they didn't move to Florida.
Another
They
of
moved
my
to
former master's
Tejas.
Protégés. A gifted soldier, and the closest thing I had to family.
Close.
The thought of him held captive in that place.
He must be very important to you.
It's okay. I'm no longer in LA. We're good.
Is.
Then we find him.
I wised up.
The entrance to the prison lies in the shadow of Ravenwit Walls, just beyond the portcullis. We should head there as quickly as we can. I only pray
Your
there
original
are still
home?
bearers alive to save.
I love Texas. I really
do I,
do.
Doris.
So they're just outside of San Antonio. Little hill country called Helotes. What's so funny is if I go visit family, I have a lot of family from the south. And if I spend an extended time with them, I start to talk with my southern drawl comes back out. Just a little bit, but yeah, I promise. I won't talk like that during the stream. Like I talk based on where I'm at. Summer was terrible. Like, while we were waiting for our house to be built, my wife and I, we spent 2 months with my parents, and we chose the worst time to go. We went smack dab July, August. And oh man. I needed so many liquid IVs to stay alive. Like those packets you pour in. We went up to like Waco because my wife wanted to do the whole Magnolia Farms thing. Spoiler alert. That's the only good thing about Waco. And it was like 105 with humidity, maybe 110. We barely made it. So hot.
Clive, my boy! Rutherford informs me that we owe you our thanks. Hadn't intended for you to get involved, but such are the times we live in, huh?
I would have done the same for anyone else.
You're far too modest, Clive. You'd make a terrible nobleman. But tell me, is the realm truly in as dire a state as Rutherford suggests?
So it's actually
From what little
funny,
I saw,
Dad, is that
right to be worried.
like
I
LA
suppose I
drivers
should
are
have
bad.
expected the worst. But I was
And
rather
they
hoping
are.
the great
They're
and
bad.
good
They
of the
cut
realm
you
might
off.
have
They don't
things a
let you
little
in. It's
more
fine.
under control.
Texas drivers are a
Alas,
whole
it
different
seems that
level.
firm leadership is in
They're
short supply
scary.
these days, and without it, the people are bound to lose their
And like all of
way.
them own
We
trucks.
must move quickly.
But where do we start?
True, the challenges that face us are many, but in my estimation, there are two key areas to be addressed before any other. The realm's armies and her larders. As you've seen firsthand, it's every man and woman for themselves out there.
Ew.
Certain cities have banded together to try and maintain some semblance of order, yes, but such cases are few and far between. And yet, the only remedy for the chaos that faces us is unity. A unity that transcends even the borders laid down by our ancestors. In short, if Storm does
Why?
not
I do not
stand
want to go to
together,
Vegas in July or August. That sounds awful.
But how would one even begin to unite the realm?
the armies.
It's
my
more or
boy.
less
As I
like
told you
if you're not
already,
going
we
fast
begin
enough,
by restoring
everyone's just
order
gonna go
among
like
the ranks
around
of
you every
those
single
sworn to
way.
maintain it. Sadly, I doubt I could convince even the lowliest gaggle of privates to dig a latrine together. But I do know someone the high commanders have been known to
Well,
listen
it's nice
to on
because
occasion. Field Marshal
I'm actually
Eugen
curious if
Haber.
I kept it a
I thought he
secret.
was retired.
If anyone
He
knows actually where
was,
I'm from or
until
where
an
I am.
Akashic army tore through Randalar and killed most of the rank and file. There is no man alive more capable. Literally. And as luck would have it, I've already spoken with him on the matter.
Of course you have.
And he's agreed to help. On one condition. That he first speaks with you personally. Havel has always been a man
Then I went
of
to a wedding on the East
frustratingly
Coast,
rigid
like near
principle,
Martha's
and he
Vineyard.
has certain qualms
And
about clasping arms with...
It's Colorado.
Well,
It wasn't that much of a
I
secret.
extolled your many virtues as best I could, of course, but the old goat was adamant that
I
he be allowed
think
to appraise
the
you in
Colorado
person.
hat
You don't
probably
mind, do you,
gave it
my boy?
away. Yeah, no, we're finally getting into spooky season. I think last night it got down to like the 40s. It was nice. You're good. I'm not gonna ban you.
Of course not.
The only time I'm gonna ban someone is if they come in and they're like, "Hey,
I'll do whatever it takes.
I can improve your
The Field
channel.
Marshal wishes to speak with me in person.
Do you stream?
So be it.
Are you interested in some
That's
artwork?"
the spirit.
I'll leave for
Or
Randalar at once.
if
Would you
you're just a
send to Stolas?
complete
Of
jerk.
course. Rutherford is already in the Dalmekian capital. I'll have him tell Havel to expect you forthwith.
I
Excellent.
banned that automatically.
Thank you, Uncle.
No, thank you, Clive.
We are 40 minutes into the stream picking up side quests. You guys are champs. And then I think this is the last one to pick up, then we can actually do them.
Ah, Clive.
Do you like artwork? My favorite is when they ask you, like, on Twitter, do you stream? And I'm like, if you took 5 seconds, like, just think. And I know a lot of them are just scams to try to grab you.
Don't say nothing.
And if you literally get, like, a streamer that purports to be a big name streamer,
I've received word from Cyril.
it's a scheme.
The undying have
I don't know.
father's will.
I hope you all know that, but like,
Something akin to it.
if you ever get blind discorded, it's not. It's not
How?
legit.
Where?
In the crypt beneath Rosalith Castle. After Kupka was kind
The
enough to drive
worst.
out the Imperials, the Undying took the opportunity to recover what relics of the duchy yet remained.
And here's the thing, it's like, I already have my person for logo and
I'm
artwork,
surprised anything survived down there.
and
Cyril asked that I join him
they
in
never
Cable Riding
advertise in streams.
Vineyard. I have been meaning to go.
I got them through reference of word of mouth, so
Would you join me?
Of course. I want to know what's in that letter as much as you do.
Very well. I am ready to leave when you are.
well, and the thing is like, also, like, I can help you, like, fix your stream or whatever, like, I like the lookout of my stream, or how the layout of it. I don't want to add too much more to it. I don't want it to just be this clusterfuck of panels and overlays and blah, blah, blah. Okay, Torgal, what are we doing?
All right, Torgal. Where are you taking me? I'm going to need a little bit more than that, boy.
Clearly, Clive doesn't know
You have a
speak with
better aim for
animals.
me?
He's not a ranger. Actually, Clive would be a fighter.
Yes.
He'd be a fighter class.
You've already given me one. Back on the rear deck, you were looking west.
Well, thank you, T-Beans. I
Toward
appreciate
Rosaria.
that.
Why don't we try the rookery? I haven't been to the island in almost 20 years. To Port Isolde, then. Fingers crossed the old mooring is still there.
So I'm just wondering... It doesn't look like there's anything else at the hump board. Yeah, right? Okay, yeah. So you use the same... You use Sakura then. I love them. Yeah, I mean, that's like who everyone uses. I think I've actually cleared most of this, but I think there's more that are supposed to come. I just don't know when.
All right, Sid. Come to buy us
Like your laser one.
Only if you earn it. Mid needs a piece of light but durable bone for her next project.
I'm your man.
Your
Light, durable.
Travels across the realm. Any ideas?
Most bones are the same. Whack 'em hard enough and they'll break.
Ah.
If it's durability you're looking for, shell will serve you better. You know what an adamantus is?
Sounds like a really cool turtle.
I know to give them a wide berth. Will any old adamantus do?
Well, with shells, the older the harder. There's a rumour of an ancient adamantus down in Karava, near Old Bidza, or what's left of the village anyway. But don't expect to make quick work of the bastard.
Oh no.
There's a reason it's lived as long as it has.
I'll keep that in mind. Thank you.
Then we can get fuck out of the hideaway.
Vivian, I read your note, and I'd be happy to help you find the book you're looking for.
Thank you, Clive.
That's why.
But tracking it down will not be easy.
Gotcha.
Are you sure?
Please. You have always granted me your wisdom and insight whenever I asked. It's only right that I return
I
the favor.
am...
Or at least attempt
I don't
to.
discriminate in my
You
household.
are
I
too
have
kind.
everything.
Alas, what I ask of you is rather more trying than delivering the odd lecture.
The thing is, so I
spoke
have a
with
Switch,
Hippocrates to see
PS5,
if he had
Xbox
any
X,
inkling as to where another copy
and then
might
a
be
gaming
found,
laptop. I don't have a desktop.
But perhaps it is best that you hear the details from him.
Hey, Amir, welcome in.
You say so?
Forgive me, Clive.
So the thing is I could stream and play off
It
of
set
my
me on the path
laptop.
to becoming who I am today.
It's a little
Its
precarious.
importance cannot be overstated.
I definitely hit over 80 degrees Celsius, and it's like, oof, this could be it. So I try to, when I can, not do both at the same time, because, yeah, a laptop for both streaming and gaming at the same time is, it gets a little spicy, a little hot.
There's something about it.
Yes, KDT, all the love, all the love. I really need to add a thing. I'm waiting for my follower emotes. It's like whatever 60 days of streaming since you become affiliate to get the like follower emote upload. And then I'm gonna put all of the KDT ones and the follower ones so people can use those. I do use a capture card. I use the Elgato HD 60X.
Ah, Clive, my boy. What a pleasure it
And then
is to
I
see you.
hook everything up to my
Oh,
laptop.
geez.
Do it. So
There's something I need to
laptops
ask
over
you.
here,
I've been
screen,
charged with
monitors
locating a
up
book
there,
called
separate
From a
webcam,
Distance.
all that.
Then you seek a rare
Question.
gem indeed.
Ask me a question.
One whose name I had not thought to hear from your lips. You've been talking to Vivian.
Right as always. But she didn't seem keen to tell me very much. I take it she didn't like what you had to say.
And yet I gather
I am
it did not
hardwired.
dissuade
So
If the young professor has tasked you with obtaining
I have
a
a
copy,
chat link
I fear she asks the impossible.
that
Executors
then
would not allow it.
or hang on. I can answer your question because you are right to some extent.
Coveters of secrets,
And then I plug my headphone into this as well.
committed
But
to the collection and intenebration of
technically
forbidden
my
texts and
controller,
technologies.
just my controller
One
has
such
to be
text
hardwired.
being the tome Vivian seeks. Chronicling as it does,
I could use a wireless headset as long as my
enslavement of
controller is hardwired.
tale which could overturn
That's what
the
I need to do.
established order were it
And then
ever to
within my
be widely
settings
known.
on the Elgato, I changed it from HDMI to auxiliary.
I've never actually read the thing.
To get
or
the
even set eyes on it for that matter.
since I'm doing it this
How
way.
is it that I haven't heard of this
But yeah, so
organization?
it does hardwire into my Elgato, the
Secrecy
auxiliary cord.
is the Executor's watchword. They lurk in the shadows, emerging only to seize that which must be seized, be it books, inventions, or people, before disappearing again, leaving nary a trace.
Which would explain why Vivian's copy was snatched from her grasp
You
not
get
long
double.
after she found it.
By the hand of the Executors, yes.
You shouldn't
what
be
drives
getting
them?
double audio.
Self-interest or ideology?
Fine question. Sadly, all that is known of the Executors
Hmm.
can be recounted in a single breath. You may just as soon ask me of their origins, numbers,
Interesting.
or the identities of their leaders. Any
Because
answer
then
I
what
give
I do
would be pure speculation.
Then my hunt was doomed from the first.
is then I set it
was
up
Vivian
on
expecting?
OBS. I set up
pluck it
the
from
video
thin air.
capture card for video,
Not from thin air, no.
and then I completely mute
From
that.
ash.
And I set up a separate audio,
Rumors
which
of
goes
the
to the capture
Executors
card as
are
well.
rife among the scholars
So
of
I
Storm.
separate them. I don't have
Rather
both the
less so
video and the
across the
audio
strait.
on the one source.
I have a friend.
I like
Well,
split it.
I had a friend.
Maybe that'll help.
In the village of Garnick, a collector of rare tomes, upon which subject we would oft correspond. Alas, I have heard naught from him since the skies
I don't know if
fell
you use
dark,
Streamlabs or OBS, but
and no doubt he too has turned. But though he did not mention it by name,
yeah, thank you so
it
much.
is
I appreciate
possible
you.
that a surviving copy of From a Distance yet rests upon one of his many shelves, quietly awaiting discovery. If you were, by some chance, able to save even a single book from the poor man's library, I know his soul would rest easier.
Very well. When I next find myself in Waloed, I'll be sure to pay Garnick a visit.
Thank you for that. Who did that? Who did that? We'll just start over on this side and do that. Beautiful. It's so beautiful. So beautiful. Brings a tear to my eye.
It's still here. After all these years.
Always.
That's more than I remember. And you're a lot bigger. You might have to swim, boy. I wasn't being serious.
That was beautiful. Thank you so much.
You go on without me. I doubt that boat will hold a third.
If you're sure.
Guys, this is the whole Titanic plot. That boat is clearly big enough for everyone. Les Clive weighs like frickin' 300 pounds. Joshua looks like he's 100 sopping wet. Think you'll be fine. Did I miss anyone? Did I miss shouting out anyone?
This place hasn't changed.
Oh yeah, I did. I did.
The rookery's right
I
through
did.
those trees. Come on.
There we go. Oh, and I guess he hasn't been here in a while because he's prepping for his stream. But there we go. I think we got caught up now.
Brace you there. I bet I could still beat you.
At the speed you're going, man?
Here we are. This was our hideaway. Wasn't it, Torgal?
So did he like carry Torgal up? That'd be super cute. I mean, I think Torgal can now just jump. Thank you so much for the lurk. I appreciate you. Thank you so much. Thanks for tuning in.
Coming here helped me to forget who I was. Or wasn't. Prince, shield. Son his mother could love. Had I been any one of those things? Perhaps. What is it, boy? This is all from the castle. And Phoenix Gate. Did you bring these here? My sparring sword. Well. You never stopped looking for me, did you, boy? Thank you, Torgal, for never giving up, for never forgetting. Let's take this with us, shall we?
No, this. Yeah.
So I don't forget either.
All the feels. All the feels. I'm not crying, you're crying. I was just chopping onions on stream. Oh, it just makes me think of my dog. Oh my gosh.
That's not the way back to the boat, Torgal. All right. I'm coming.
Just a little bit something. It's just allergy season. that was so beautiful. Is this next part just gonna absolutely destroy us? In a good way? In the best way? What a view. We don't. We really don't. Do it. Do it, Clive.
People always talk about the importance of putting the past behind you. But without it, we wouldn't be who we are today. And we certainly couldn't steer our way to a better tomorrow. Come on, Torgal. Let's go home.
No, yeah, I think I've said before that, like, if anything happens to the dog, I may or may not actually just quit the game. So far, we're good. Okay, we're good. Oh, so cute, baby Torgal.
It's oil. After what happened here, it's a miracle there was any left at all.
So we're just looking for more of our oil. There we go. Mid's oil. Sounds wrong.
This should be enough.
Brava. Okay, so not here. I think we're just going to go left to right. That is going to be what is easiest right now. Really? First Descendants. Awesome. A mix between Gears of War and Destiny? That sounds pretty darn fun. I'm glad you liked it.
Why the hell would Victor take the bear side?
Clive, stop jumping.
Here to help me pack? Thanks, but I'll be traveling light. I'm almost finished already, in fact.
You're really going to go through with this, then?
I am. But before I go, there is one small issue I'd like your assistance with. Well, two, in fact.
If it's within my power to help you, I will.
So, like, completely free?
I refuse to let them share in my disgrace.
Like, not even on a
Them
subscription
here,
like
they
Game Pass or
surely will.
anything?
Our friendship would see them ostracized forever. But I can't take them with me either. I can think of only one place where they are certain to be safe and provided for and loved. The Hideaway.
That's pretty cool. And there's no, like, microtransactions? Or how... I'm confused how they're gonna make money.
The children would be more than welcome.
Thank you, Clive.
That makes
I will
sense.
not forget this.
Lubor, are you still here?
What is it, Ferda? You look pale.
There's been a flood in the Velcroy, a damn big one. The League of Outlaws encampment was completely submerged in ether.
What?
Every last one of the bastards has turned, and they're headed this way.
I also find crazy is they finally, Microsoft finally acquired Activision Blizzard. And the rumor mill is all the Call of Duty games are coming to Game Pass.
Ferda, gather the men.
Okay, that makes
The
sense.
Kashik may strike
I was
at
like,
any
how are they
moment.
going to make money?
Must make ready to cover the townspeople's escape.
That is the rumor.
Well,
All of the Call of
What are
Duties.
you waiting for?
Yes, my lord.
You heard it here first on my channel. If it's true, if it's not true, you did not hear it from me.
The children stay with me for now. I need you to find Conrad and Natalie. Tell them to prepare for a full and immediate evacuation.
Understood.
I'll do what I can to convince everyone else. Wish me luck.
I think it'll eventually happen. But yeah. I don't think Sony's happy about the deal, but they're here. They worked out something.
You have to listen.
Fine, I'll do this one first. Easiest way to get there. Go here, go down around the river bend. Yeah, that makes sense. Well, no, that's fine though, because like for me, it's like I've been wanting to play a lot of the older Call of Duties that I never got around to, but they're still like pretty pricey for such old games that I'm like, eh. But if they actually came to Game Pass, then I feel like I would actually play them. Oh my gosh, what are we? So we're an hour into the stream and we're gonna have our first fight coming up. Gotta love Final Fantasy.
Here we are again. Carava. If you were a tortoise, Togo, where would you hide?
Yeah, that's my thing. I'm just like, why is this game still so expensive? Turtle. It's this guy. There we go.
It looks like we found him.
In the face. Come at me, bro. Come at me, tortoise. Let's go. Oh, he did. He sure did. He called me on my bluff. Move is so cheesin'. So cheesin'. Oops. I didn't see him fire. I thought he was gonna do a spin move at me. Come on, Clyde. Come on, pull it together, man. There you go. Don't know why I did that move. I'm gonna finish it out though. We're here. There we go. Welcome in, Jay-Z. I appreciate you. Yes, this is why you never usually catch them. I switched to doing it before work, so that is why. So pretty early, pretty darn early. Thank you for dropping in. I appreciate you. Also, I love your badge in front of your name, GlitchCon 2020. You got the dinosaur. That's so cool.
I better get these materials to Mid so she can finish her prototype.
Yeah, that turtle was not messing around. It was a I wouldn't say geriatric, but a mature mutant ninja turtle.
Welcome, welcome. Take care.
Okay, bye. Yeah, that's where he got all his spin moves.
Your Grace, my lord, I trust your journey was not overly onerous.
Cyril, you found a letter from Father?
Yes, I have it here.
Dad?
If you would do us the honor, my lord.
What if Clive's like, I can't read? Sweet, you get your inheritance if you fight and get it back. You have to get it back.
The late Archduke penned this missive shortly before his passing.
The day before we left for Phoenix Gate. What are these plans he spoke of?
His plans for the duchy, Your Grace.
Oh.
Your father entrusted them to my predecessor, the former bearer of the Burning Quill, who entrusted them in turn to me. The complete emancipation of bearers is their stated aim. But your father's dream did not end there. His Grace also spoke of building hospices to care for those stricken by the curse, and the founding of a new university to further the development of non-magical technologies. With the blight spreading ever more widely across the twins, Archduke Elwyn saw this as the only means of securing Rosaria's survival.
He wished to see men and bearers treated as equals. To see centuries of common wisdom overturned. Small wonder he did not think it achievable within his lifetime.
But he thought it achievable nonetheless. Had he not, he would never have written this message. Nor would he have entrusted his vision to his most faithful aides, those who would have stood with you, shielded you from the machinations of the less benevolent personages at court.
It's a pity only they are still with us.
'Tis true that those most loyal to your father were the first to suffer the Duchess's wrath. But one at least remains, and she has come bearing gifts.
What do you mean?
Mayhap it is better that she explain, my lord. After all, the duties entrusted to me by my predecessor extended only to recovering His Grace's will and arranging a meeting with the one who might execute it, or a part of it at least.
And where is this woman?
She awaits you in the archive, Your Grace.
Thank you, Cyril. Shall we then?
My lord, Your Grace.
We want our money.
I
What's
hardly
our
recognize
inheritance?
I am Goditha, retainer of House Rosfield, loyal servant to the Phoenix and his shields. Your father, the Archduke Elwyn, entrusted me with the delivery of a gift. I only hope you can forgive my tardiness in bringing it to you.
Lift up your head, Lady Goditha. You have our gratitude for your service to our house and to our father.
I merely did my duty, as any proud Rosarian would.
My lady, perhaps you could explain a little more? What exactly is the gift you bring?
As I'm sure you know, it has long been the custom for the children of House Rosfield to be presented with certain keepsakes upon their coming of age.
Indeed it has. Our father often spoke of the day when our turn would come.
And had he lived to see it, he would have presented you with the treasures I bear. Matching armbands for you both. Alas, he did not live. Indeed, he was taken from us even before they could be completed. He had intended to claim the Heartstone with which each armband was to be finished himself, but it was not to be. And his gifts remain incomplete.
I see.
As Joshua and Clive need to match more.
Bring them before you, as they are. It was your father's wish that you be presented with the finished articles, not these works in progress. But with his grace long since gone, and the stone left unclaimed, I had little choice. You are grown men now, and his house is yours. And while I would not presume to insist upon your claiming the Heartstone in his stead, I know that nothing would have pleased him more than for you to do so.
Thank you, Lady Goditha.
What say you, Clive?
What else?
Hell yeah, brother.
Of course, my lady. May our father's will be done.
Oh, I am much obliged.
Do you know where we might find this Heartstone, my lady?
I do. Though it may be a matter of a good deal more than simply happening upon it. It is found in the bellies of elder griffins, you see. We do at least know where to find one. A certain specimen has made its nest in Titan's Wake, not far from here.
A certain specimen?
You are most perceptive, Your Grace. In answer to your unspoken question, yes. In fact, this is the very same beast your father meant to slay. I have been tracking its movements since you were but a boy. Were you to slay it in his stead, as men of House Rosfield, it would surely make your father proud.
What say you, Joshua?
What else?
Let's go get this Elder Griffin. Let's do it.
Run like the wind.
Eyes peeled, Joshua.
There it is. The House Rossfield.
Right in the face. What is that attack? That is a good attack. I'll give that 2. Joshua, come on. This doesn't do it. I don't know, well. Pew, 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 pew. There we go. Got him.
Is this the Heartstone?
I expect Lady Goditha will know.
Thank the Founder you were safe. The Griffin is slain then?
And the Heartstone claimed.
Yes. This radiant luster, like frozen flame. It is just as your father described it. Thank you, my lord. Your grace. Your father would be so proud.
Lady Goditha, the lapidary is ready.
Thank you, Cyril. I will be with him shortly. If you would excuse me, I shall have the stone cut and set forthwith.
Two hours later.
The armbands are complete. Pray, take them. They are yours, after all. Heartstone is harder and more enduring than garnet, or even ruby. It symbolizes unwavering will and devotion, and the graven vines encircling the stone represent the unbreakable bonds between you.
It's a message. Father knew we had enemies both inside and outside the duchy. Enemies who would thwart his vision. Only with unwavering devotion would it ever be realized.
And only if we stood together, as Phoenix and Shield, as brothers in arms, only then might those enemies be overcome.
Indeed. His Grace knew the enormity of the task he would entrust to you, his heirs. But this was more than just a message. It was a promise. That he would always be with you.
Thank you, Lady Goditha, for remaining the steadfast custodian of our father's will.
Forgive me, my lady, but there is something I don't quite understand. The Undying told me that after Father died, Mother claimed all of the ducal treasures for her own. Even if the armbands were incomplete, she would surely not have overlooked them. So, how were you able to keep them from her?
Because I was the keeper of the vault. Though I was but a lowly servant, your father spoke to me of his intentions for the bands, of the deep love he had for both of you, and his hopes for your future. In the days before the disaster at Phoenix Gate, I discovered that the Duchess had ordered her jewelry be sent away from the castle. It was then that I knew she meant to betray us. I tried to warn your father, but it was too late. When word of the fire reached Rosalith, I knew my time was short. So I took up the armbands and I fled into the night.
And thank the Founder you did.
Yet my duty to your father was incomplete. Not knowing what else to do, I followed the Griffin, thinking I might claim the Heartstone on its passing. And so my pursuit continued, until Lord Cyril appeared before me. He informed me that His Grace's will had been recovered, and that his sons were alive and well.
Lady Goditha, on behalf of my father and all the people of Rosaria, I thank you for your loyal service.
As do I.
Thank you, my lord.
But no promotion.
Grace, for coming back to us. For giving my service meaning.
Let's put them on. Let's put our armbands on.
Bands suit you well. It must be gratifying to finally receive the inheritance that was denied you for so long.
It is. And we thank you for the part you played, Cyril.
If you would permit me to play my part a little longer, might I suggest that you make your way to your father's memorial atop Hawk's Cry Cliff? Let him see that you have received his blessing, and that his vision lives on in you.
Gosh, these,
I suppose it would be churlish not to. What do you say, Clive? Should we pay Father a visit?
I think we should. I was hoping to be able to offer him my thanks before we left for Origin.
Your father's helm is enshrined there. It has been since the day we recovered it from Phoenix Gate. I prithee claim it. For it too is a part of your inheritance, and I do not doubt that your father would prefer it in your hands than perched upon some lonely rock.
Thank you, Cyril. Come on, Clive. He's waiting.
All these side quests before the final main story are just gonna absolutely destroy me. They are probably the most meaningful, but it just, oh. All the feels.
unwavering will and an unbreakable bond. Do you really think we're strong enough?
To save the world? Of course. To have overcome Father's political enemies. Of that I'm less certain. Especially knowing what we know now. What Mother was truly capable of. But perhaps these bands would have helped. Knowing he was with us would have made all the difference.
You're finished.
Okay. Hey, you're not gonna drop down that far.
It's just back there. Father always fought for what he believed was right. It wasn't until that night at Phoenix Gate that I realized I had never fought for anything. I always had someone else to do the fighting for me.
No matter how fate conspired against him, he never lost heart, never looked back, never stopped fighting. To me, he was the greatest of men. And I've been trying to live up to his ideals ever since.
We all have, Clive. We all have. And we'll keep trying. Because that's what he would have wanted.
What he would have done himself. Even if it meant standing against the very gods in the heavens.
I shall be borrowing this, Father, if I may. That you might watch over us as we follow in your footsteps.
We won't lay you down.
Onward then.
Onward. To the end.
And to a new beginning.
And these last quests, just, oh, allergy season.
You have to listen to me. They're coming. You need to evacuate.
How long do we have until these Akashic
Why do they always have to make such a fuss?
Ah, it's you.
What do you want, Lord Underhill?
To pass on an important message. There's been an ether flood out in the Velcroy. The camp where the so-called League of Outlaws were gathering has been swallowed. They're no longer just bandits. They're Akashic now, and they could be here at any moment. You need to begin preparing for a full-scale evacuation right away.
Oh, do we? And who was it who gave you this disturbing news, might I ask?
Uh-oh.
Lubor, perhaps? The man spreading the same poison out in the square as we speak. You may believe his lies, my lord, but we know better.
But why would he lie about something like this?
Some twisted attempt at revenge, perhaps. If he had not been unmasked, he may well have been elected our leader. A great honor for one of his kind. One he might well feel aggrieved at having been denied.
Lord Underhill, forgive me, but it has become all too evident where your sympathies lie. Lubor cannot be trusted, and neither, therefore, can you.
You may not trust me, but for the sake of your people, ask yourselves if there is any chance that this is true.
There isn't. You can be certain of that. Now be off with you.
You're making a mistake.
Come, Clive. If our words will not move them, then we must find another way to help save the town.
Well, at least Clive wasn't like, go get fucked, nerds.
Lord Further.
They're coming.
I think we'd better shut up.
Listen, Linda. Listen. Akashic are coming.
Lord Further.
Sid, what's wrong?
I went to warn Conrad and Natalie about the Akashic, but they wouldn't listen. They've
Love
convinced
that.
themselves that nothing Lubor says can be trusted. The bloody fools. Which means the town guard can't be counted on for support.
Thanks for still being here, Carnage. Appreciate
If
you.
there's anything I can do to help you defend Dalamil, you only have to ask.
I appreciate it.
Sid, Further! I've been looking for you everywhere.
Victor? I thought you'd left.
I couldn't abandon a friend in need. And Blue Boy is in need at this very moment. Come quickly.
You have to believe me. The Akashic are coming. They don't eat. They don't sleep. They don't tire. And they don't care who they kill. They're unlike anything that's come before. There won't be no parley, no mercy granted. We may have saved the town once, but this is different. I do not ask that you forgive me, but please believe me. If you do not run, you will die. You will all fucking die!
You'd like that, wouldn't you, Bearer?
Yeah, with us out of the way, your kind will be free to claim Dalamil for yourselves.
You should run!
Run, Bearer!
Yeah, run!
Run!
Far away!
Run!
Just go on,
Yeah. Yeah.
Yes!
Go. Come on, then.
Go on, go!
Just go.
Lubor.
Wait, someone's coming. Go. Come on!
Stop! You're hurting him!
Really? Kids, come on.
did Lubor ever do to you? He solves all your stupid problems, and he keeps all of you safe. You know there's nothing he wouldn't do for this town. Who was it who made that cleaver you use every day, Conrad? And what about your counting table, Natalie? Who fixed that? Whose men make sure the streets are clean so all your boots don't get dirty? Who spends all day every day making sure things run smoothly around here? And none of you ever say thank you. Ever. But did Lubor ever complain? Well, does he ever stop smiling? He keeps this whole place going. And you act like it doesn't even exist!
Lubor, we've heard enough.
Wait!
We will not run. The town guard will not abandon the very place it is sworn to protect.
And I will not give up for lost the stores that we labored so hard to fill.
So tell us, how do you propose we deal with these Akashic of yours?
We won't run, but we will fight.
All right, then. Fine. Gather around if you don't want to die.
Allow me to explain the situation. The ether flood occurred near the village of Cheratina, deep in the Velcroy. The place had been abandoned for years, until the League of Outlaws decided to make it their base of operations. Now they're all turned, and if the scouts' reports are correct, heading in this direction.
They are mindless monsters, driven only by hate and rage, and they are utterly unpredictable. With the bandits, we at least knew how and where they were likely to attack. When these creatures come, Dalamil will have the bitterest fight it has ever faced on its hands. The town guard will muster at the north gate. The rest of us will take the south. Both forces will provide men to serve as scouts and messengers, ready to spread word of the size and nature of the Akashic force as soon as it is spotted. And as soon as it has been, we will converge on its position and see that it is driven back from Dalamil at all costs. Conrad, can I count on the support of the town guard?
Always.
I leave the selection and coordination of the messengers in your hands, Victor. And the command of our men in yours, Ferda. If you would both be so kind.
Consider it done.
As you wish.
Natalie, I would ask that you and your people have the townsfolk barricade themselves inside the bathhouse.
Welcome in, Raiders, Brax River Boys. Thank you so much for the raid. I appreciate you. My name is Newly Traveler, leading travelers on new adventures. Welcome in. We are towards the end game of Final Fantasy XVI, so welcome in and join the raid. And thank you so much. How was your stream, Brax?
Very well. I shall tell them.
Where do I fit into this plan?
Where else but the most perilous place of all? I would like you to travel to the home of our erstwhile League of Outlaws, Cheratina itself. The main host is most likely still
stressful.
There, and Dalamil will not be
Why was it stressful? What happened?
Eradicated, root and branch.
A little gardening. How pleasant.
I doubt it. I have a feeling these weeds will be particularly stubborn.
Luckily, so am I.
So you are. All right then, we all know what we have to do. Now it's simply a matter of doing it. For Dalimil.
Oh, you just keep getting lost. I've never played it, so.
Looks like everyone's ready.
Is it easy to get lost? How's the gameplay there? Was it a good game?
The flood. But what's waiting for us inside?
Oh, big baddie. There's just a footpad, not bad. Hey, you found it though, right? That's what matters. So you found your ship. Great gameplay. That is fantastic to hear.
Can't leave a single one alive. Nice try.
I just love watching that. So much fun. So right now what we're doing, chat, is if you're just joining, we are working on wrapping up the last of the side quests before we journey on to the final main quest of Final Fantasy XVI. However, that'll probably extend into Tuesday, maybe Wednesday, but we are approaching the end game for sure. So thank you all for being here. I appreciate you. And I hope everyone's having a fantastic day so far.
All the Akashic we were able to find have been dealt with. Seems that might be the last of them.
Last of them here, perhaps.
Lubo, Sir Clive has returned.
Clive! What news from Charatina?
It's done. Root and branch.
I knew you wouldn't let me down.
Thank you, my lord.
Friends, the Horde has been driven back. The Akashic have been defeated. And we need not fear the arrival of any more, thanks to Clive. Victory is ours.
Huzzah.
We bloody did it.
We saved Dalamil.
Lubor, allow me to apologize. After all you have done for this town, we should never have doubted you.
But we did. And for that we are truly sorry. We only hope that you can forgive us.
We need you, Lubor. Dalamil needs you. So, if you would still like to be considered for the position of mayor, you have our backing.
You do remember that I'm a bearer, don't you?
We do. But that is not a stain on your character. It is a stain on ours. We thought only of what we perceived bearers to be, not what you truly are. The man who saved Dalamil twice over.
I see. But I will only accept your proposal on 2 conditions.
Name them.
Firstly, that you will both do everything in your power to rally your people to my cause. If the Town Guard and the Merchants League do not accept my leadership, it will be doomed from the start. Unity is the key to defending Dalamil, and I do not doubt that we shall need to call on our combined strength again. When that time comes, I will expect us all to pull together, just as we did today.
Of course. You have our word.
And secondly, you will accept that if I am to lead you, the mistreatment of bearers must end here in Dalamil. Any bearer within our walls shall be afforded the same rights as any other citizen. They will not be judged by what they are, but who they are.
As we failed to do, and came so close to losing everything.
We agree to your conditions. And we have only one in return. That you continue to work for the good of Dalamil, as you always have.
Condition accepted. Well then, it seems my mayorship is all but confirmed. Do I get some sort of special hat?
All right, Prince Ali. There you go. We'll get you a hat.
How fickle fate can be. Not so long ago, I had resigned myself to leaving Dalamil in disgrace. And now, I find myself her leader. Here. For everything.
Lubor. About the children.
Fear not. You are, of course, relieved of your responsibility. I would sooner face another horde of Akashic than see them brought up as outlaws. I'll make sure they're safe here.
I don't doubt that you will. And not just the children, but everyone in Dalamil.
I'll do my best. Can't have all your hard work going to waste.
Lord Marquis, if you have a moment.
What is it, Cyril?
One of our brethren lately journeyed across the strait in order to pursue a new avenue of inquiry in our ongoing investigation. He sent an owl some while ago, but we have heard naught from him since.
Was he surveying another fallen ruin?
No. The object of his study was a savior cult that has arisen in Ash in recent years. We believe it may have some connection to the Circle of Malleus, an ancient religion that worshipped Ultima as its god. By gaining an understanding of this new faith, we hoped to learn more of the Circle's original beliefs.
And so you sent one of your brothers to Ash, a continent teeming with orcs and Akashic.
Fully cognizant of the risks, yes. I entrusted the mission to one of the most able of our order, the Third Chair, a master of the arts of combat and survival both. Though he has been silent for some days now, I have thus far refrained from sending any others in search of him, lest they be lost in turn. Yet, it seemed only right to inform you of the situation, given your unique experience of the perils of Ash. For as you so earnestly advised me, it would not do to abandon a man to his fate, when he might yet be saved.
It would not. But Ash is a big place. Can you be any more specific?
Perhaps. The last owl I received from him mentioned a village where he had heard the cult were wont to assemble. Mickleburg was its name. It lies in the southern reaches of Waloed. If aught ill befell him, I expect it did so there.
Right. I'll see what I can do.
You are much too kind, my lord. Go then, with my hopes, and may the Firebird's flame ever burn in your heart.
Not gonna prioritize that one. Let's see if we can knock out one more quest before I have to go for today. Let's go back to the hideout where we can return the stuff to mid. That'll be good. We can do that. Pick up another quest.
Say what you will, Lady Karen has seen our...
I'm coming mid. Can't sprint in a town type area, but I'm coming.
Mid, tell me this is all you need.
You make it sound like I asked you to save the world or something.
Tell me this is all you need.
It's most of what I need.
Hey, listen, Nito.
After you
Welcome
left, I
in.
went
How
over
are you
the
doing,
figures
man?
again, and I realised I'd forgotten a 1 and a 0.
How are you doing today?
And
a cog.
We're gonna work towards the end quest, Nito, but
tiny
then
one.
right before we got
that's the
bombarded
problem.
with a ton of side
That smaller a
quests.
bastard to make, and I may have lost the one Blackthorn spent a fortnight toiling over.
wait. The children. When they took apart your scales, there was a tiny brass gear.
I'm good. So we are just
Now that I
Final
think about it,
Fantasying this week until I finish this game because I am so
When we put the
close.
scales back together.
The young'uns? But why would they... You know what? I don't want to know. I'll keep working on the model. You go and find that cog.
I think I'm like at the second to last quest, or I am still playing Starfield, but want to finish Final Fantasy. Probably gonna stream Starfield like once a week or something like that, and just do the main quests on stream and do all the side stuff off stream. I'm still enjoying it personally.
Is
So
Mid still hiding from us?
She wasn't hiding. She's fine. She's just busy working on her next project.
A new invention? What is it? What is it? Is it an airship? I bet it's an airship!
please let it be an
Do you think she'll
airship.
let us help?
That just so happens to be why I'm here. She needs something special, something only you three can provide. A brass gear. A tiny one. One that might fit on, say, a set of scales?
Oh, the one you forgot! We remember!
We saved it, just in case. It's in the bag of bits.
Bag of bits. A bit of bags.
Since your lesson, we've been disassembling, then reassembling everything we can find. All the pieces that are left over, we keep under our beds, just in case.
That's...
How are you liking Liza P?
Look! I found it!
Is it a ton of fun?
Is that all? Just the gear? We have more parts if Mid needs them.
That's all for now. But I'll let Mid know about your... hoard. Just in case.
Thanks, Sid.
The hitbox and dodging is a bit janky. Yeah, the parrying window I feel like is so small for like a perfect parry. But I haven't gotten past where the demo left off, but it is definitely... I thoroughly enjoyed the demo, so
Love it.
I hope that it's even better with the finished product, so... I love it.
They did.
It looks like Bloodborne, and that makes me so
They
happy.
kept it somewhere nice and safe. Will it work?
Will it work? It's perfect! You're a genius, Clive.
What exactly are you going to use it for?
Only the most important job of all.
Airship.
The wings aren't going to move on their own. But with the right cog in the right place... Well, you just wait and see.
Maybe. Maybe.
That should do it.
Yes.
Here goes nothing.
Oh my god. Are we gonna get one?
Titan's tits.
It wasn't supposed to fly, was it?
Of course it was supposed to fly. Wouldn't be much of an airship if it didn't. Honestly, these bloody engines are driving me mad.
Clive.
I was so sure this would be the day she soared. The Mithril engine was made to make dreams come true. But maybe this is one dream the world's better off without.
No, I will be
Chauffeurs have to take
heartbroken.
flying. It won't be long till they're raining death down on each other. People will lose their homes, children, their mums and their dads. Like I lost mine.
I'm sorry.
So am I, Clive. So am I. Sorry that I have to choose. Do I follow my head, or do I follow my heart?
Good question. The first time I stood on the deck of your ship, felt the wind in my hair. It was like I was flying. But imagine how it would feel to actually do it.
So these
My dad
last few
always said
side
there were
quests,
two ways
Nito,
of
have
living
been
life.
all the emotions.
Chasing a dream or shuffling to your grave. And he were right. Right about a lot of things. Not that I like to admit it. People need dreams to chase. Especially in a world like this. Right. When this is over, I'm gonna take all my mithril engines to Zemeckis and sling them over the edge.
No.
I won't have my dream end up turning into someone else's nightmare.
But all that hard work.
All
I want
that
an
hard
airship.
work will not be used for war, Jamie. But it isn't like it'll be gone. Tell me, Clive, have you ever been on a treasure hunt?
Not since Joshua and I were boys. Why do you ask?
Because I'm going to bury the engine schematics and leave behind a little riddle telling people where to find them. A really hard one, so that only the most dedicated dreamers will ever be able to work it out.
So not you, Clive.
I can picture it now. Some daft general squinting at the words with a gormless expression on his mug. Like that one, yeah.
Right.
Of course, if I'm putting this engine at the end of a treasure hunt, I'll still need to make it a treasure worth hunting for.
I wanted an
Surprised if it
airship
couldn't even
so
make a toy
bad.
boat fly after all. My dad always said, dream big. But it ain't the size of a dream that's important, is it, Clive? Only that it's a good one. And I reckon I've got a fair few good uns left in me.
I'm sure you do.
Oh well. I get a little model as the consolation prize. So that's something. Oh boy, all the side quests. Yeah, no airships for me, Nito.
Faster!
Don't get surrounded. Thanks, girl. The entire village looks abandoned. Now, which house would a bookworm live in?
The one that was a bookstore?
His interests were certainly varied. This is a Royal Army logbook. Did he take this from the local barracks? This is it. But if what it says is true, I need to get this back to the hideaway.
I don't think leaving is going to be that easy, though.
Arriving so soon, stranger. We've been watching you. From a distance, so to speak.
Subtle. I know who you are.
Then we need not waste time on introductions. Hand me the book. Leave it in our care and return to your life.
Your care? Do you mean to burn it or bury it?
Clive says he knows who he is. I don't know who he is.
But by one means or another, its contents shall be removed from the common record.
Then I'll have to politely refuse.
I don't know who you are.
I won't let you erase our history.
Then we find ourselves at an impasse. Very well. The book can just as easily be pried from your dead hand.
Once again, Nito, this is so cute.
Let's see, shall we?
It's coming. He's gonna be dead. I know, really? I'm really surprised they even lived this long. Hey, you did make it back just in time, T-Beans. How are you doing? So I'm trying to crank through these side quests, so we might have to go into Wednesday before we actually finish the game. There are just so many. It's okay, we just get Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, all Final Fantasy. And then Friday, because it's Final Fantasy Friday.
But we have other means. We shall claim the book yet.
You didn't even
Why do you want it
fight.
so badly anyway?
It lays out in no uncertain terms the vanity and avarice of mankind. It tells the shameful history of the persecution and oppression of a gifted few by a giftless many. Would you say that this interpretation was correct?
Yes.
I don't know.
Never bury history.
You don't know. Your sword may be sharp,
Or you are
but
ought
your
to
wits
repeat
are
it.
dull. So let me answer for you. There is no correct interpretation of history.
Just
That a
fight
series
stupid.
of events took place may be proved beyond a doubt. But there can be no single, immutable explanation as to why they came to pass.
But that doesn't mean you
It is a
hide
question
them.
of numbers and of belief. If enough people believe that a set of events occurred for a reason, that belief becomes the truth.
Also,
you try to
history
control the truth.
is written by the
Trying to
conquerors.
protect people from themselves, from knowledge that would bring them naught but pain.
Wrong.
That is all. You may keep the book for now.
Only because you would
World
die.
is small.
Jerk.
We shall meet again. Until then.
Wait. Damn it.
Man, that guy just ghosted.
Let's get this back to Vivian. Perhaps she can explain what that was all about.
Oh, before we do that, got the next unlock on this.
How may I help you today, Clive? You earned this.
Genji gloves. What did
Best of
those
luck
do?
out there, Sid.
And I'm not going to replace those, but let's see what the Genji gloves do. Oh, well, that's actually a great one. Increases damage dealt to enemies by 5%. Sure.
Vivian. I found it. The book you lost.
Distance.
You found it. Thank you, Clive. Even though I asked this of you, I was not entirely sure it would be possible. I feared the executors had seized every copy.
I met with one of these executors, and I convinced him to let me keep it. He told me something. That the truth is just a matter of collective belief. And that if enough people believe a lie, that lie becomes the truth.
It does. But it also means that the truth is not immutable. That it can be changed. Provided that those who wish to change it can convince enough people that their perspective is the correct one. As the sad history of the bearers proves.
You said that the book inspired you to become a scholar.
It did. Or its author, rather. She was a heretic, you see. A firebrand and a dissenter. A gallows stood ready for her in every corner of the realm. And by shunning society, or perhaps being shunned by it, she stumbled upon a truth so potent that an entire realm trembled at the prospect of its utterance. I, too, have always felt somehow set apart from the world of men. A stranger to my own species.
That's because you're a step above, Vivian. You're so smart.
My solitude was not a curse, but a gift. And that, though my journey to the truth might be a lonely one, what I found at my destination would be more than worth the cost.
Vivian
Do you still feel that way?
All the ladies, all the characters in this are fantastic, and they're all well thought out.
Honestly, I'm not entirely
I
sure.
also love
anymore.
Karen.
Since coming to the hideaway, I find my thinking somewhat clouded. Perhaps the result of studying mankind from a
Major
rather
Yennefer vibes.
closer perspective than I had intended. But the more I study, the more I find value in this perspective. In looking not from the outside, but from within. So if you'll permit me, I'd like to continue my work.
Love The Witcher.
Remember, Clive, when enough people believe...
So I played the first two and completed them all the way, and I've just been waiting to play the third one.
United world, the gift
Oh
of
man,
truth.
I think I need to play it off stream. I don't know. I'm conflicted.
I'll try, Vivian.
I'm really conflicted how I want to play The Witcher. If I want to do it on or off stream. I love The Witcher so much. I 100%ed the first two games. I'm so excited for the remaster. I've read a couple of the books. I don't know. But on that note, travelers, I do have to get ready for work. I think we're going to go ahead and we're going to keep it within the fantasy realm. I know RP James is getting super close to the end of Sea of Stars. So we're going to go ahead and show him some love. Also, he is having his birthday subathon tomorrow. So we'll go ahead and we'll raid out to RP James if you hang tight real quick. And go show him some love. Go show him some support. And I'm sure you'll hear all about the subathon tomorrow. There might be a maid outfit for him. I don't know. But anyways, we'll get this party started. And until next time, travelers, safe travels.